YouTube's.
Our forces are weak and scattered from recent attacks. We must regroup before we ravage the Frankish countryside.
Alright, so right now you're probably looking at the title screen. In fact, you definitely should be, because you're probably wondering, or maybe just confused as to why I'm redoing or doing the Barbarian Betrothal, the fourth scenario in the Attila the Hun campaign again. If you remember, I did that in the summertime, probably sometime in July, and that's been a while ago, and I did complete that scenario. Although, if you remember, it took me 9 parts to complete it, or 10 parts. Obviously, I still had the 15-minute limit then. I didn't have 20, so that increased the number of parts, but I played terribly. I did well in about the first 6 parts, and then 7 through 10 was just atrocious. I did a poor job in utilizing my strategy to kill that one samurai of the Western Roman Empire, and I did a poor job against Orleans. I did fine against Metz and getting Burgundy to be an ally, but I was dissatisfied with my execution of most of that scenario, so I'm going to redo that, give myself a second chance. As I did before with the Rising, I redid that part, and I'll be redoing the Fall of Rome. But other than these final 2 scenarios that I'll be redoing, I'm just going to jump right into Nuremberg Point after those 2, and then that'll be it for the Conquerors expansion. I'm not planning on doing any more redoing of crap. I just want to get this off my plate. It'll make me feel clean. If I don't do it, I'm going to be mad, so I just got to take care of this. So, if you remember, we got to defeat these 3 guys. We're going to become allies with Burgundy, so that's going to be out of the way. Metz is our first enemy. They're up here in the northern corner. Orleans is over here. There's 3 relics over here. Burgundy's down there. Not going to worry about this stuff. We already went over this. But right now we're scattered, and we have to get together, and I'm going to do a little bit of scouting, and mostly in this part is going to be base building. Alright, so scout out with your scout cavalry first. You want to meet up somewhere on that plateau. You have 6 villagers scattered around there. Obviously, little pockets of shroud revealed for you, showing where exactly your villagers are at the time. And you just want to unite them real quickly, scout around, and you want to get a good idea of the lay of the land, and good idea of where you want to make your boundaries for your base based on where resources are, particularly where gold is, because gold can be a little rough to get right immediately around your base. I mean, there's a couple deposits, but this mission can get pretty drawn out, and you're going to have to do some heavy defending against Orleans, so, I mean, obviously you're going to need a good amount of gold, and you can miss out on that at times. So, alright, so she's ready. Alright, we can build our town center. You want to get everything up as quickly as possible. Try to find a central location for that town center. You're going to be focused on getting food and wood early on, and obviously expending the 400 stone that you conveniently enough have for yourself. You also want to get a monastery up as quickly as you can as well. Hopefully this wolf doesn't track me down, thank you. And you just want to get a good idea where the geographical boundaries are. Where trees connect, where mountain ridges are. And that'll just make things easier for you, make it a little bit more organized for you. So let's continue scouting out. I believe you have 3 cavalry. So she's ready. Have her continue help build. And get him up there, scout that out, and there's a big chunk in here that I got to figure out. So, in this part, we're not going to be threatened too much by too many units. I'm going to send one of my villagers up here to begin the wall construction. And I'm going to send 3 of these guys over here to build a mill, as there are a number of deer, and I want to take advantage of that good chunk of meat. And I want to build a monastery as well. Probably put that back there. And this guy can start getting wood for me. Just start chopping, or actually you can put down a lumber camp out here. You want to build a lumber camp in this direction of your base, because you want to be able to use some of the trees as a natural boundary for your base. You'll see that in a little bit as my base gets constructed more. And there are plenty of boar out here as well, so if you have enough villagers and you want to get some boar, you can do that. So I don't know what I was doing with her. Oh, that's right. I was building this wall. So make sure you know where that gold is. You want to give yourself plenty of room on the map. This is probably too much. Delete all this crap. Be sure she builds it. Alright, so only wasted 1 there. Make sure you have plenty of room for your gold. Alright. We'll start with that. You want to have a gate interspersed here and there. So they're working good. And these 4 guys, you want to build 2 monks right away. I'm going to send these 3 to start getting some more deer hunting, whatever. And this guy, I'm going to send over there. You can also have another villager getting more of your walls built up, so I'm going to have him focusing on this area. Once again, you can see, use that ridge over there as a geographical natural boundary for you. Less wall you have to cover, less area you have to worry about defending. Don't worry about these guys, they're just scouts. And don't be too concerned about them. You can check your economic map, see where the gold piles are, mineral deposits. You got an idle villager somewhere. Alright, so you want to send this monk. You're going to have to balance a tightrope, and forgive me if I do lose a monk. I'm in danger of doing that. I'm not the best at navigating the monks here early on in this scenario. You want to build this guy diagonal. But there are 3 relics that Orleans has not claimed yet. Orleans, I believe, has 1 or 2 relics already in their monastery as the mission begins, so don't get the impression that, oh, there must have been more relics out there. I have 3 of my own, but there still must have been more. They start out with relics, so there's nothing you can do about those. And whenever you have the opportunity, continue to build villagers. You obviously want to be getting food gatherers more so than guys getting wood to start out with. That'll balance out as we go on, though. And this builder is done, so I want to build a gate out in front of this gold, because you probably want to build a castle in front of this gold pile, because as you're getting hit by Mets, which comes from over here, with battering rams and knights, you're probably at the same time going to be getting hit by, or you're probably needing to defend that gold pile, and you're probably going to be mining that gold as you're getting hit. So keep hugging this river. You're gonna have to do a little bit of micromanaging, and we'll see if there's a bridge right there that's blocking him. I'm not really sure. And this guy, it looks like we have room for some more food now. And I'm just gonna have that jut up there a little bit. So how many hunters do we have to start out with? We have 6 hunters. So 1 more hunter, and that'll round out my 10. Now I'm gonna jump into getting wood, as that's gonna be very important. Get all the farms and stuff. Excuse me, dropping the microphone all up in his. Alright, so where's my other monk? Where is my other monk? Where are you? Trying to locate you, monk, and I can't find you. Oh, you're right there. Haha. Very sneaky, very sly. So don't be going hurting Burgundy right now. You want him to be on your side. You see how many hunter. We got 2 idle villagers? Really? Wow. So right here you can see you probably want to build another wall, because that's just an empty area. So you want to build a wall right there, and check out how this is going. Alright, so continue to jut down here. And you ideally want to be defending a straight wall. And are you kidding me, wolf? Because it's harder to defend a diagonal wall than it is a straight one. Just in my opinion, it's easier to put down defensive structures and whatnot. So I recommend making this wall as straight as possible for yourself. And so that's done. You can continue. You can proceed. And she looks like she was going to be a hunter. So those sheep are ready. If the sheep are over here, I'm not really sure if they ever made it. You over here, sheep? Oh, nice. So I'm going to send these guys over. It's about time. We can probably start plopping down some farms as well, so it's not a big deal. And I believe there might be some boars back here if you have the opportunity. No. Okay. What's wrong? And now is when you're going to have to be a little bit careful with your monks. There's a bridge right back over here, but you're going to be running into Orleans. It's over here. And I'm going to check on this wall. Alright, so you're all idle. Don't see too many chunks of food out there other than some deer up here. So we're going to send you over here. Everybody work on that sheep. And by this time we're probably not going to have access to all 3 relics. 2 if we're lucky. I mean, ideally you just want, oh crap. You just want to be able to get 1 at least. And you just want to head west right there. Stay away from that gold pile for right now. And you want to get heavy plow as well. You want to take advantage of all your farms having that upgrade. So continue on with building this guy. Keep stretching it out. And that looks like it's all complete to me. Am I wrong here? Looks like I was. So that would have been a disaster. No, you son of a gun. That's my relic. So that's probably the second of the 3 relics that are available to me. Yeah, it looks like it is. So, and I can't convert him either. I don't think I would want to, as they would probably rush out some of their units at me. So is there one of the relics up here? Please say there are. Or there is. Come on. I want to see a relic. I need a relic. It's going to help me a lot. No. I failed. I failed in my relic pursuit. My monks are too slow. It's hard to get those relics, but we've lived to fight another day. Isn't that the truth? Alright, so instead of building a continuation of those walls, I'm going to build a gate instead. Because I'm going to need a gate here. So these guys, I'm just sloppy right now. I'm not playing that efficiently. You might want to have to build. Might gonna have to build a mill to make the drop-off point a little bit shorter for the remainder of your villagers. And focus on getting some guys for stone as well. They're not happy about you being all up in their grill there. Get out of there. So just check for idle villagers in a second. Quit mooing at me. Quit mooing. So rounded it out with the snowy farms. We go shirtless in the middle of winter, and we farm in the middle of winter. So these two guys are going to be idle for right now until I get another mill up. And I'm just going to keep these villagers down here, or these monks down here. There's a little gold mine, stone mine that the Orleans likes to eventually mine at. So I'm going to make it a little bit tough on them as sending villagers down there. And any villagers they do send, I'm just going to convert them. And I'll be able to build a castle down there eventually, which is going to be nice. And so you have gates everywhere, which is good. And these guys you can send over there. So how many farmers do I have right now? I currently have 9. So I can afford one more. I'm going to forego getting that mill. That's just a waste. And I'm going to have the rest go for getting wood. Another idle villager over there. So you can help out. Chopping away. So we got 10 lumberjack, 9 farmer. Or we got 10 and 10. Beautiful. So that worked out well. I'm going to get this upgrade first before I go too far. And I'm going to pump out 3 more willagers to help me out. Where did I set the rally point? Okay, so I sent it over there. Send it back over there. Start getting some stone. Check the economic. There it is. That stone pile is what we want. I'm just going to wait a little bit chunk. There we go. There's the wood. There's the wood that I was looking for. Send that over there. And it's all coming together right now. So hopefully I didn't lose these monks. Alright, they're just slow. Thank you. And like I said before, we're keeping them down here because there's a stone mine, or a stone deposit and a gold deposit we want to take advantage of. We got a lot of stone in here, but you don't want them to make use of it. And you're going to have to expend some stone on building another castle that's not really going to be that useful, but allows you to become an ally with Burgundy. So once again, don't kill your ally. So you want to get this castle up as quickly as possible. Getting any upgrades up is going to be helpful as well. You're probably going to need some light cavalry too. So you're going to want to build a stable on the western side of your base over here. When you get the opportunity to do so. So I'm probably not going to be using 8 villagers to construct to act as stone miners. I'm going to need some to gather gold for myself. So I'm going to cut it off at about 6. Make sure you got the heavy plow. We're already in the castle age, so there's some of the technologies are obviously researched for you already. And these guys are just going to chill there for right now. So beautiful, things are working out. Get them in the center there. I guess you could convert. Do they even get redemption? I'm not sure about that. Not sure about getting redemption. So 3 working out there. I would say you might want to hold off on building a castle until Metz finally does come and assault you. You can get a feel of where their pattern is as to where they attack you, what part of the wall, and by doing so, that's going to make it easier, more efficient for you with your castle and your response time for your own cavalry. And so I'm just going to get a light cavalry upgrade right now. Oh crap! Need some gold. What's this at? 6. All right, so I'm going to start getting gold for myself. So much yellow on the map, I can't tell what's gold. So that's a nice convenient spot for me. Not going to have to worry about getting killed. So I'm going to go for that gold pile right now. Send those villagers there. So got 8 more, and that'll round it out at 10. So, light cavalry pumping out real quickly, and hopefully you guys, I don't know, some of you have said that you enjoyed the Barbarian Betrothal walkthrough that I previously did of that scenario because it was kind of hectic and chaotic and not patterned, but it was terrible for me, and looking back on it, I was disgusted with how I played. It just was not organized, and it wasn't really a walkthrough. It was very... I'm an amateur, obviously, because I don't even know if they're pro Age of Empire players anyway, so I would say I'm an amateur, and that's still, I want to use the word amateurish to describe that performance, though. It was horrendous. Enough said. That's why I'm redoing it. And with the Fall of Rome, I just wasn't very prompt, and I didn't take advantage of some things, so I want to be able to do that as well. So, in this scenario, Orleans, you're going to be surprised. You're probably going to need double walls at some point, and definitely fortified walls. Oh, I don't even believe they can't get fortified walls. My recollection serves me correctly. But you're going to do a lot of defending against Orleans. They don't come quickly. They come later on after Metz, but the thing is Burgundy comes as well. So just be aware of that. But the nice thing about the light cavalry is that you can pump them out right away, and you're probably going to have a higher influx of food than gold. So you're not going to be having to worry about having gold, 60 gold there, or whatever it is for your knights. Okay, so villagers are still coming out. And might as well get that right here. Really? Really? I was not expecting a Metz knight to come over here, but it looks like I'm going to have time to convert him, so... Nice! And he's a Frankish knight as well. Whoa! He brought his friends. He brought his friends. Okay. Heal me. Heal me. I got 3 men-at-arms chopping away at my legs. Heal me. Front and back now. Oh, okay. No, not. It's not good news for the knight. Not good news for the knight. All right, so we're gonna pump out handcart as well, and you want to get the blacksmith upgrades too. Get the university up is another thing of importance, and stupid Burgundian crossbowmen. And like I said before, we can never run away from the Burgundians. I mean, I complete this walkthrough, and I already expressed my hatred for the Burgundians, but they come back again because I have to redo. Of course, the scenario that I want to replay is one that is, you know, Burgundian occupied and diseased. Ugh, can't believe I did this to you and myself. So I'm gonna get husbandry. And the nice thing is that your population limit is through the roof. I really have enjoyed that about the Huns, and that was idiotic on your part, because we're probably gonna get onslaughted now by Orleans throwing axemen and whatnot. So once this villager is ready, I'm gonna get the blacksmith up, and I'm gonna get some of the upgrades that I can. I'll just keep kind of organized over here. Keep it away from these trees, and you want to have, you know, your military producers and whatnot separated. At least I find it easier in this scenario, especially with a wide sprawling base. It's kind of hard to navigate. And it's tough being a yellow colored player, just because it's so bright on the screen that sometimes you can't pick it up, and obviously it resembles the gold on the map as well. So plenty of stone. I'll have plenty of stone for when Metz comes. But to prepare for that, I'm going to start pumping out some light cavalry. Light cavalry are going to be your mainstay for defending against siege units in this scenario, because you're going to need quick, fast responding units, and obviously your gold's going to run out at some point until you get the opportunity to trade with Burgundy, but that's still not going to be that substantial. It's going to be steady, but it's not going to be overly substantial. So we're going to get this university up as well, so I'm going to put that behind the blacksmith, keep it nice and clumped together, excuse me. And Bodkin Arrow is ready, so I'm going to take advantage of getting that. And we got about a minute left of just things to take care of. So off screen, not really planning on doing that much. It's probably going to just flow right into part 2. If I do anything, it's just going to be resource gathering. But I anticipate Metz is going to be striking somewhat soon, so I want to be there for you guys to see that. And Burgundy's going to be coming later on. So things are coming together. They're shaping together. Things are nice and organized. Was a little sloppy with the monks, though. I didn't like how I did that, but can't be perfect. So, university is up, and check what upgrades I can get from the university. Not fortified wall, I believe. Yeah, I'm correct there. So, Gonna have to get murder holes. Might as well get that now. So thanks for watching part 1 of the Redux Barbarian Betrothal. So see you guys in part 2.